Hello, hello. Welcome to Sleuth Slut. I'm Brenda. I read crime fiction widely and give you my feminist perspective on what I've read, except that this time I did not read crime fiction. I read my first ever true crime book. I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara from 2018 is always in the list of the top true crime books, so I thought if I'm going to read just one, this is going to be the one. This book is a bit unusual in that the author died halfway through completing it. She had an undiagnosed heart condition, and so it's a bit cobbled together. Her husband contributes to it, so do people that she was working with, and her editor kind of like puts the whole thing together. The parallel title is something like One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Identity of the Golden State Killer, and it's really about that. It's about her search, her obsession, and the Golden State Killer is actually a name that she's given him. Before that, he was known as the East Area Rapist. He started around LA in the mid-70s and all the way up to the early 80s. So he started with breaking and entering, and then he was raping, and then he was murdering couples. So might be a clue as to why I've never been tempted to read true crime. Like, it is chilling. These people were in their beds and they would be awoken with a flashlight in their face. And because they'd read the news, they knew what was coming. So, I do think though that the author brings a sensitivity to her subject, but just know, like, if you read this book, you're going to be reading about a series of rapes and murders. To be honest, I don't really know how to feel about this book. Like, maybe I don't have enough to compare it to, but for me, the interesting part was not learning about the murderer. He is a little bit interesting in the way that he operates. It's rather unusual, and he does come from a specific class of society. But really what interested me was like, what motivates someone to spend years of their life going through details of old murders? If you do read this book, I recommend reading a recent edition as I did, because there were appendices about the case that were very, very interesting. And I think if you read an earlier version, you might be frustrated by not having that information. In the end, I was left with a feeling like, I wish that she had been able to complete the book, because maybe that way we would have gotten a bit more insight into what drives her. I just didn't understand her. I felt bad for her. This book did bring new attention to the case, which is good, but she in fact spent years researching, and she didn't really bring anything new to the case other than a spotlight on it. I'm giving this book 3 stars. It's very interesting. If you want to read true crime, I think it is worth your time. The cobbled together feel was not so bad, but I was left with a lack of insight at the end. Please let me know if you're a fan of true crime and if you think that there are other books in the genre that I might enjoy. Please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you every second Wednesday for more Sleuth Slut. Merci, au revoir.